Right, this seems to be the trend with this channel, isn't it? Better late than never. Let's do this. G'day guys, how's it going? My name is CJ. So unlike the rest of the tech YouTube community, I completely forgot about pre-ordering the iPhone X. So I had three options. One, I could pre-order on the website, in which case by that point, I was looking at waiting up to 4 to 5 weeks minimum from release date. The second option, I could be like one of those resellers and line up weeks in advance at the Apple Store themselves to pick them up in hand. Or my third option was to pick up one of these phones as part of the reservation page. In any case, after a few sleepless nights and waking up at 6 AM to reserve one of these phones, I finally got my hands on the iPhone X, and I'm only 1 week late. What else is there to do but to unbox this beauty? So to start off with, we'll look at the box itself. And in true Apple fashion, it's a pretty minimal affair. We've got a picture of the phone itself on the front, and then one of the nice little details that we've seen is that on the side we've got a nice silver metallic look to the font, which is meant to reflect the color of your iPhone. So in which case, what I've got is the silver version, and we'll go into why I got this one in the first place. So let's do this. Apple really does make it easy to unbox these phones. Really smooth motion. We've got the paperwork. What do we've got? Quick startup guide. SIM ejector tool. Classic, some Apple stickers and warranty information. Alright, now we've got the phone itself, which is really quite shiny when you look at it in real life. We'll put that aside for a second. So the phone itself can actually support quick charge. However, Apple still insists on giving us this really low powered USB brick, which is really poor on Apple's point of view, considering all other Android manufacturers include a quick charger power brick as standard. So pick up your game, Apple. We've got some earpods with the 3.5mm headphone jack adapter. And then we've got USB, well, not USB-C, we've got a lightning cable. It's almost natural for me to say new USB-C now because we know that's the future, and Apple really could have made a mark by switching over to a USB-C, but we're still stuck with lightning, at least for this year. All right, so moving this away. So we've got this iPhone X here, which is a really nice looking specimen, isn't it? This is also important. Put that away. So first impressions, this is a much more easily handled phone in the hand. So if you're coming from a 7 Plus or a 6 Plus, this is going to feel really nice in the hand. It's more closer to the standard sized iPhone 7 or iPhone 6 than a plus size model. And one thing you'll immediately notice is that the stainless steel band is incredibly shiny and is going to be fingerprint prone as And we've got one of the biggest power buttons we've seen, but I know they don't call it the power button anymore, they call it the side button. So let's turn it on. There you can see that the Apple logo is the only thing that's illuminating on the screen, and we've got the nice deep blacks that you'd expect from an OLED display. So even just powering on the phone itself, the screen looks really nice. And I really like the little bezel-less look that the iPhone X now has. The little notch will probably take a little bit of getting used to, but let's start this up. Alright, so one problem that I can already see is that Android phones have already been able to be activated with just being connected to Wi-Fi. I don't know why, but Apple still insists on using a SIM card to activate the phone, so bear with me. I've been using the Pixel 2 XL, it's a great phone, but in any case, let's pop this SIM into the iPhone X. Interestingly enough, there's a little quick start feature where it says bring in an iPhone or an iPad that's connected to your account, bring it close by and we can do a nice useful little quick start. So let's check that out. I've got myself my trusty little iPhone 7 Plus with me. Alright, so let's try setting up this phone. There we go. Comes up with set up the new iPhone, hit continue. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically it's kind of a similar setup to the Apple Watch. It comes up with a unique little animation and you just shine your other Apple device's camera over to it and it'll automatically start syncing. So let's try it out. Got to enter the passcode of the other phone. Slowly setting up. And now to set up Face ID. And let's set it up now. I don't know if you could hear that, but it plays like a weird little noise as if you were in Star Wars or something. Now you don't really have to move your head too much. I've seen a lot of other people really arching their necks back. Already I'm seeing a bit of a space problem. If you look at the keyboard there, there's a lot of dead space underneath the keyboard, so I'd like to think that Apple would do something about that. But I must say, whilst we're waiting for the phone to set up, it's a really nice size and it really fits well in the hand. One thing I will mention though, that it does feel a bit thicker than the 7 Plus or the 8 Plus. So here's an interesting feature. You can actually detect when the last time your older iPhone was backed up, and you can actually get it to back up first to get the most updated data. Then it'll trigger your older iPhone to start updating. So this is more relevant for people who choose to restore from their iCloud backups. If you store your backups on your computer, then this really is a bit of a moot point. Now, in any case, you can continue with the setup. And here's one feature that I really enjoyed from the previous iPad Pro, and that's the True Tone display. It works really well on the LCD panels, so I'd be curious to see how well it does with the new OLED panel. I must say I'm really enjoying the look of this new display. And I guess Apple would have chosen to have this notch not only because of technological problems, but also they usually like to have a form of differentiation. So all the new Android bezel screens all look pretty much the same, with a few key differences. I guess now you can immediately recognize that this is an iPhone X from a distance away. If not by the shiny back with the vertical camera module, then definitely from the little notch at the top. Now, I did mention that I chose the silver version for a particular reason, and one of the main reasons is that to me it's almost a practice in nostalgia. Being an Australian, the first iPhone to come to these shores was the iPhone 3G, and for me this phone was the game changer for Australian mobile technology, not the original iPhone, and because of this I have quite a sentimental attachment to this particular phone. And in a way, if you compare the silver iPhone with the original iPhone 3G, then you can see where the similarities are. We've also got the nice shiny stainless steel frame, which reflects the nice shiny chromed out edges of the iPhone 3G, paired with the black front display. And so in a way, to me, this iPhone X is almost a harking back to what made the iPhone so great back in the day. And not just that, the iPhone 3G was ergonomically really nice in the hand, and actually the iPhone X also feels really nice in the hand as well, especially if you come from an iPhone 7 Plus or an 8 Plus, where it's probably just a little bit too wide and it's almost digging into your hand. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. A nice short and sweet unboxing of the new iPhone X. So retail wise, the phone starts at 1,580 Australian dollars, and if you want to push it up all the way to the top of the range 256GB version, you're looking at paying up to 1,829 Australian dollars. Is the phone really worth the money? Hard to say at the moment, but we'll have to take a little bit of time to use this phone properly over the next couple of weeks to find out. And if you're keen on seeing that video, give us a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel to see it first. Let me know in the comment section below what you want to see in the review. I'm going to post a hands-on first impressions video very soon, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are after using it for a couple of days. In any case, if you enjoyed what you saw, give us a like, and if you haven't already, do consider subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Say good day, anyone for me. Cheers.